Hi, I'm Rebecca from conquerbooks.com, and today I have a writerly book suggestion for you. Before and After the Book Deal, a writer's guide to finishing, publishing, promoting, and surviving your first book by Courtney Maum. Hopefully from the title, you have an idea whether or not this might be the book for you. Before and After the Book Deal came out in 2020, but I didn't hear about it until just last month on Twitter, probably because there were some big things happening in 2020 that required my attention. I've read a lot of books about writing and the publishing industry. Nicole and I even put together a book list of our favorites, which I'll post down below. Some of my favorites include The Poet and Writer's Complete Guide to Being a Writer, as well as Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, as well as a few favorites that Nicole and I featured in our top writing resources video. I'll link that as well. I'm giving you some deep character background on myself so that what I say next carries some weight. There were things that I read in Before and After the Book Deal that I hadn't read anywhere else. Courtney Maum did a really nice job of compiling all of the information and advice surrounding a book deal experience directly from the perspective of an anxious writer who has a lot of questions. For example, she not only talked about the logistics of submitting and getting your work accepted, but also some of the not so easy questions that need answering. Things like, should I write for free? If I have children, will I ever write again? Am I wasting my time and money in this MFA program? She even covers the question, what if I die before my book comes out? And Mom actually has some really good advice regarding that specific experience. There were a couple instances that I wish Mom had dived a little bit deeper in her book. Things like what to do when you get the call from an agent and what all of those form rejection letters might mean. However, that might be because there's a pretty good showing of advice on those topics already on the internet and in other publishing books. Actually, before doing this video, I went back to the book to check on those two topics for sure, just to see if my memory was aligning with what the book actually said or didn't say, and I found that it didn't have an index, and that's a small complaint to be sure, but I think that my desire to have an index in this book speaks to its usefulness. I can definitely imagine career writers putting this book on their shelf and referring back to it for specific instances and pieces of information that they need. There's a lot of humor in the book too. I laughed out loud in the section where Mom recounts some book tours gone bad or some readings that went awry. And I think that that level of humor and connection speaks to the other thing that the book really does for writers. And that's making you feel a part of the writing community just by reading this book. If you're looking for more writing advice, conquerbooks.com has a writing resources page, which includes a free guide for newsletter subscribers called 25 Questions to Ask Your Manuscript. Thanks for being here. Bye.